last August. I was in Santa Barbara and with my kids, and I was walking to the pier in Santa Barbara, and I just got so extremely tired, and from that time on, the week following, I was probably taking like 4 or 5 naps a day. I couldn't put on a meal. I just felt terrible, and I've been very healthy most of my life, so when this hit me, I didn't really know what hit me, and it scared me, because I had retired just 2 years ago, and I thought, well, is this what retirement's going to be, when I want to start being active and doing something else besides going to work? So I was depressed also, very depressed. And so I didn't know whether it was one of the symptoms of that, or whatever I had, or what was happening. So I was going to see Dr. Platt, because I thought, well, maybe it's hormonal or something like that. So anyway, he pressed around my arms and stuff like that, and he says, Mom, he says, I think you have fibromyalgia. And I thought, well, I don't hurt that much. He was when he really pressed hard, you know, and so I kind of just didn't think too much of it, and he told me a few things, and it kind of went in ear and one the other. I took some of it to heart, but the aching and all that stuff just got worse. And so I happened to see an ad in the paper, Dr. Feld, and he had said symptoms, if you have symptoms of fibromyalgia. And I thought, well, okay, maybe Dr. Platt was right. Maybe I do have fibromyalgia, and this is causing it. And then I came to one of his seminars and listened to women or people in there that had the same symptoms I did, and then heard what he was saying, and it all started making sense. Never did I think I would have TMJ. I've had a lot of dental work done in my mouth. I've got a very expensive mouth from crowns and stuff, but never did I know that all this stuff was out of place and causing it. And so what I'm thinking, I brought my husband in, and I wanted him to go through it with him, since we've been married for 46 years and we've gone through a lot together. Dr. Feld, very nice, talked with him at great length and explained it to him so he'd understand what the whole procedure was. And so we decided to go with it. And it really wasn't that long after, maybe a couple months. I mean, actually, I kind of started to feel better almost right away. And then several months later, I felt better and better. And it was like, oh my gosh, I felt that bad at one time. I mean, I was just, you know, that I could do things. And then, I was going to give this to Dr. Feld. So. This is a picture of me. In January, I went out for the part of Cayman Bye Bye Birdie, and it was 3 months of auditions, and I felt good enough to go through this. I got the part and go through 5 performances in 3 months of rehearsals. Now, when I took this on an audition, I thought, you've got to be out of your mind. But I did. I got through it. It was a blast, and I thought, well, this is what my retirement should be like. And so I'm forever grateful to Dr. Feld and his staff, and it's continuing. I'm doing everything I possibly can do, and not feeling my age. I think for women, I think so many of us go through so many different things. It was just, hey, you know, I just wanted it to work. That was the main thing. So if it was uncomfortable, it wasn't uncomfortable for that long period of time. And I talked to a friend, Dr. Feld knows her, Diane, who is living in the same place that I am, in the same community, and she came to Dr. Feld shortly after I did. We both go to the same gym, and so we were exercising together, and so we had kind of a comparison study on how she was doing and I was doing, and now she's being weaned off of them. And so if there would be anybody else that I know in our community that had fibromyalgia, I would certainly try and clue them in to this might be a reason, because so many times I was so thankful because I actually went to 2 doctors and I was diagnosed. I could have been swimming out there feeling lousy, spending a lot of money on prescription drugs and side effects, and this treatment had literally, it didn't have any side effects. He didn't give me any drugs. That's what I'm saying. Without drugs, it's a wonderful process, and I think as we grow older, we're on enough stuff, you know. He was a delight, really.